What's going on, everybody? Byrdman here with a overview of the Brr-Zerker. I'm just going to do kind of a quick breakdown of everything that is listed on the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands site. You can go visit this yourself if you want to, but at least kind of get from a builder's perspective exactly what this tree entails and exactly how you should work around with it. Brr-Zerker's class formation reads: Brr-Zerker is a specialist of melee and frost damage. The Brr-Zerker's otherworldly powers allow them to become enraged via their action skills, channeling their power of frost through weaponry so that they may freeze and may shatter their enemies and manifest an arsenal of raw destructive force. Berserkers are even able to channel their bloodthirst by leeching life from fallen foes using a dash of occult magic. Now, first off, you need to know that each class has a class feat. This class feat essentially is a kind of passive that is only specific to them and is also applicable whenever doing multi-classing. So if you pick maybe like Greyborn as your main character, you start multi-classing, and then you pick Berserker, you will also get the class feat of Rage of the Ancients that reads: using an action skill causes the Fate Maker to become enraged, adding bonus frost damage to their attacks and rage duration, will not deplete while an action skill is active, and ends if the Fate Maker enters save your soul, which is essentially fight for your life. Activating an action skill when already enraged restores a portion of the enraged timer. So essentially this is going to be based around the action skills that Brr-Zerker has. The first one reads: Dreadwind. The Fate Maker spins, slashing anything nearby with a melee weapon and essentially becoming a pain tornado. Grants increased movement speed and slow immunity for a duration. So this is what we've seen in a lot of the previews, where it's just a spinning attack that's constantly going around. Spin to win, essentially what it is. But kind of how that flows into the enragement here, essentially, since we are in that, we will just stay enraged while we are spinning, and as soon as we enter out of it, our timer will start going down, and once we use this again, it'll go back up. But again, the second action skill they have available to you is Feral Surge. The Fate Maker leaps towards their target, dealing frost damage to all nearby enemies, essentially a big AoE. Any non-boss enemies damage will be instantly killed if their total HP is below a certain percentage. If Feral Surge kills an enemy, its cooldown is reset, which this one is essentially where I think the enragement with it will go really well, just for the fact that we're able to just jump to an enemy, kill them instantly with it. Our enrage will go back up, pop it on somebody else, so on and so forth, keeping your enragement up really high. Now, let's go through all of the different skills that are going on in this class. At tier 1, which is going to be the top one, Ancestral Frost. Frost damage is increased. The second one is Savagery. Melee damage is decreased and range duration is increased. And then the final one is Unyielding. A percentage of missing health regenerates over time while enraged. This effect is doubled. So most of the time you should be enraged as this character. So I'm guessing that percentage of health will be pretty constant. Having enraged duration increased from the get-go is really nice, with some melee damage on top of it. And then obviously frost damage is going to be something we're going to be wanting to do a lot, since essentially anytime we are enraged, we are immediately applying frost to an enemy. So all three of these are great. I love all three of these. I think I'll probably put most of my points into all of these from the get-go. At tier 2, we have Icebreaker. The Fate Maker gains increased damage dealt to enemies that are slowed. The closer an enemy is to being frozen, the more damage it is increased. So essentially, the more frozen they get, the more damage you're going to do. The Old Ways: the Fate Maker deals bonus damage and gains increased damage reduction the closer they are to an enemy. The closer the enemy is, the greater the bonus. So be in everybody's faces all the time. I don't know if this will exactly be something you need, just for the fact that it sounds like your action skills are going to do plenty of damage as is with all the frost, especially if you go into something like Icebreaker. So we'll see, but this is on paper, this reads really well. And then finally, Instinct. Reload speed is increased. Weapon swap speed is increased, while enraged effect is doubled. I don't know how worth it this is going to be. It sounds like this class is going to be really like primarily focused into doing like your melee and your action skills as much as humanly possible. So we'll see. There might be a cool weapon that really synergizes with this. Going down to tier 3 though, we have Cold Snap. Movement speed is increased, frost efficiency is increased, while enraged its effect is doubled. I want this so bad. First off, we're going to be enraged most of the time anyway, so having faster speed with this kind of tanky character would be really cool. But also frost efficiency, essentially feeding into different things like our Icebreaker, where it's going to freeze enemies faster, causing us to deal more damage to them. So we like that a lot. Unarmored Defense. A portion of the Fate Maker's ward is reserved and cannot be restored, but their maximum health is increased by a percentage of the reserved amount. Health can no longer be reserved. I think this is going to go better with multi-classing with characters like Graveborn more than anything, but it reads kind of cool, you know, at least for now. And then finally, Blood Frenzy. Kill skill. Restore a percentage of your enraged timer and a percentage of your maximum health. So just getting kill skill, it's going to increase your timer and give you health. Again, another one of those things I think is going to be better on a different character, specifically Greyborn. I'll be talking about that a little bit more closer to launch, why I think this is going to be a good combo, especially once you hit max level and are doing multi-classing. At tier 4, we have Ancient Fury. Health, maximum health is increased, splash damage is increased, the middle, Relentless Rage. The Fate Maker damages an enemy while in Save Your Soul, which is 5 for your life. Its duration is extended. The amount of extended decreases over time. Killing an enemy while in Save Your Soul will cause the Fate Maker to become enraged. So essentially, immediately being able to come out of your Save Your Soul enraged will be really nice. Also, the fact it's 1 point seems pretty easy to go into. Tier 5, we have Blast Chill. Whenever the Fate Maker deals melee damage, which pretty much all the time, to an enemy, there's a chance to release a Frost Nova. Dealing Frost ability damage to nearby enemies, Frost Nova cannot critically hit. We wouldn't even need to critically hit. We're more, again, just wanting to inflict that onto our enemies as much as possible. So, and this is 1 point. So, just dealing melee damage to somebody and the Frost Nova activates, hell yeah, we would like that. And finally, Iron Squall. Fire rate is increased, melee attack speed is increased, while enraged, effect is doubled. So again, a lot of the streets really pushing you to be enraged as much as humanly possible. This is cool. I don't know the fire rate as much. I like the melee attack speed, especially when we have certain weapons that have a slower attack speed that might do more damage. Might go into this, we'll see. And then finally, Blood of the Fallen kill skill. The Fate Maker's remaining action skill cooldown is reduced by percentage if any action skill is currently active, so like your spin to win, its duration is extended instead. So you'll be able to do a lot of stuff pretty fast. Essentially, this is saying, hey, if you kill somebody with your leaping action skill, you'll probably get it back, and if you don't kill them, you're at least going to get like a little bit back. And if you're doing the spin to win, you're just going to be able to do it longer. Thank you so much for stopping by this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Again, this is a quick little breakdown, so make sure you're just checking out the channel. We're going to be doing a lot of this stuff coming up here in the next few weeks. So make sure you follow me on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch at Byrdman778 and using code BIRD at G Fuel. Check out if you like G Fuel. I'm sponsored by them. They're really great. Code BIRD. You want to use code BIRD. Anyway, thank you so much. Hope you have a great night, day, whatever it may be.